here is your beautiful, beautiful 332. This has probably the nicest paint I've seen on 332s for the most part. Your handrails, everything's just very nice and clean. It's a beautiful engine. And I just put it on the test track here just to kind of see what we get. So you had mentioned that you're having trouble with the reverse unit. It's working really good for me at different speeds, but that's okay. I'll still take things apart, take a look at it. I don't see super high RPMs out of the engine, which I know sometimes I've seen that, but again, it could be we need to get some lubrication. There might be some other things that could help get that speed up a little bit, but we'll see. I also don't see any smoke coming out of there. Let me add a little bit of smoke fluid here, and then we'll come back and see if that makes any difference. Okay, let's see if we get any smoke out of it. We do have a headlight. Oh, I just started to see some little bit of smoke coming out of there. Okay, well, that's good. So we got something happening. Wanted to just mark something here with video to show you that I oftentimes find is true of these old Hudsons. If you look at the side, if I can get this to focus, there we go, you can see how these holes are getting elongated. And what can happen, if it's not happening already, which I doubt it, because this engine seems to have pretty low miles on it. But what can happen is the pickup wheels can start riding too high in the side frames, and then you actually get shorting happening through switches where your tender trucks are crossing over rails. It'll arc, and I've seen times when it's bad enough that it'll actually short the engine out or throw the reverse unit or whatnot. So what I'm doing is I'm putting eyelets on your front and rear side frames, and I'll put the wheels back in. And what that's going to do is it's going to help keep the wheels from dropping quite so far or moving quite so far up, keep them down a little bit, and it'll also help it roll a little better. But I just thought I'd let you know what I'm doing. This white stuff is grease. I put the grease in and then put the eyelets in. And then I put a little bit more grease in after I put the eyelets in, but the grease kind of temporarily holds it and then obviously lubricates. So thought I'd show you that. So what I've gotten through so far, this is some of the motor, worked on the armature, put on the lathe, took out some cupping on the commutator, took out some wobble out of it, leveled out the iron plates, cleaned up brushes, put in a brush holder and clips, also put new brushes in. The ones that were in there were worn to probably about 30%. Left the springs, those seem to be okay. Did a little bit of lubrication. I still haven't cleaned a lot of stuff up here, but I found this interesting. So here we go. When I ran this before, this was about maximum we could get out of this engine. And right now this is at 30% or about 30 miles per hour on the transformer, and the motor's still getting broken back in. Now look what happens when we take it all the way up. So I'm super encouraged by this. We had a really lethargic motor beforehand, and now it's doing much better here. So reverse is a little slower. But again, there probably is some wearing in that's going to happen yet. As you can see, we've got really, really good smoke, so that's encouraging too. Forward is a little bit faster, but again, that may change as the motor wears in, the brushes wear in a little bit. So just thought I'd give you that update. before us is a case of flyer technology that is actually just too impressive. This is a 1948 322 that I just serviced, rebuilt some stuff in it for a customer, and I included working on the armature. I rebuilt the smoke unit, added eyelets to the tender, and basically the engine now runs so well and so freely. As you can see, I'm at 9.4 volts, and we're cruising around here pretty well, with no effort. It just gliding along. And the challenge is there's no smoke. And so when I rebuilt the smoke unit, I made it, I lowered the amps so that it would get hot, or I shortened the nichrome wire so that it would get hot at lower speeds. But even so, because this thing runs so freely, it it's like it doesn't matter. So if I take it up here to, let's say 13, you start getting a little smoke. But look how fast it's going. I mean, it's flying at 13 volts. Now, you take it up to 14, 15, 16, you start getting piles of smoke out of this thing, but it's absolutely screaming. And on traditional radius, it's not going to stay on the track. And so after I saw what was going on, I thought, okay, so what else can I do? So the next thing I did was I went ahead and I ran a second set of power feeds straight from the tender up through the boiler shell to the smoke unit and headlight, to give it, absolutely as, much direct current as I could. And even so, it still didn't make much difference. Anyhow, I just haven't run into this before, where you have an engine and a motor and drivetrain and everything that absolutely runs so beautifully that even kind of going outside of what normally would be prolific smoke through shortening up the nichrome wire, it still isn't enough. It just blows my mind. So anyhow, kind of interesting. All right, Ron, you got smoke at crawl speeds now. Well, it's not coming out very much. There's smoke coming out at slow speed. See that? That's at 8.9 volts. Here is 10 volts. Again, there's hardly any compression from the piston at these slow speeds. Here's 11. So, I think we're in good shape now. I realized I forgot to put the smoke extension in, so now it actually comes out of the chimney at slow speeds. Sorry about that, but yeah, you're going to be in good shape, I think. You're going to get lots of smoke at slow speeds again if you decide to floor it like this. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of smoke really quick, and could burn the smoke unit out.